This World Cup just broke its own rulebook. 48 teams, 104 matches, the biggest expansion in the tournament's 100-year history. And buried inside the bracket, math is the reason two of the greatest players alive can only collide in exactly one match, the final itself. Welcome to Goal Cosmos. I'm Steve Cosmos, and today we're not breaking down a match. We're breaking down the entire bracket. Let's get into it. Here's the golden rule. 48 teams, split into 12 groups of 4. Groups A, all the way through L. Top 2 finishers from every single group punch their ticket straight into the knockout bracket. No debate. But 24 teams alone doesn't make 32, so FIFA added a twist. The 8 best third-place teams across all 12 groups get a wildcard spot. That gives us 32 teams, and an entirely new stage that has never existed at a men's World Cup before, the round of 32. Which means to actually win this tournament, a team now has to survive 8 matches, not the historic 7. Call it the extra game tax, and the first round of 32 matchups are already locked in. Spain versus Austria, Portugal versus Croatia, USA versus Bosnia, Belgium versus Senegal, Argentina facing a familiar Group H name, Cabo Verde. 39 days, 3 host nations, 104 matches, from the group stage opener all the way to a final on July 19th. This bracket spans an entire continent. And it's not random. Teams get routed into 3 regional pods, West, Central, East, specifically to cut down on brutal early stage travel. And all 3 host nations, USA, Mexico, and Canada, all navigated their way safely into the bracket. Here's the rule change nobody talks about enough. For the first time ever at a men's World Cup, FIFA prioritized head-to-head record over overall goal difference as the primary tiebreaker. And that one decision flipped who made this bracket on the final matchday. And buried inside the bracket is a trap nobody's ready for. If USA beats Bosnia and Belgium beats Senegal, both on July 1st, we get a round of 16 rematch of one of the most iconic World Cup games this century has ever seen. This bracket also belongs to the Debutants: Jordan, Uzbekistan, Curacao, and Cabo Verde. 4 nations who'd never played a World Cup match in their history before this tournament. And here's the one our channel's been tracking. Cabo Verde drew Uruguay 2-2 in a Miami Classic, their goalkeeper making a match-saving stop in the final minute to hold on. However, they sealed their path through. They're in the round of 32 now. And waiting for them? Lionel Messi's Argentina. Which brings us back to the biggest storyline in this entire bracket. Messi's side and Ronaldo's side are on completely opposite ends of this tree. They cannot face each other in the round of 32. Not the round of 16, not the quarterfinals, not the semifinals. The only possible meeting point in this entire tournament is the final itself, July 19th. And remember, from this point forward, there are no draws, no points, 90 minutes. If it's level, 30 minutes of extra time. Still level? Penalties decided. One mistake and a World Cup ends. So here's my question for you. Out of every team that snuck through as a third-place wildcard, who's your dark horse to shock everyone in the round of 32? If this helped the bracket finally make sense, hit like, share it with someone still confused about the third-place rule, and subscribe to Goal Cosmos. I'm Steve Cosmos.